Welcome to episode 4 of Building an Imperial Base. If you caught last week's episode, we did a bunch of rock work there and then plated off some of the foundation. So it's definitely coming along well, but I want to keep going. So today we're going to be building this hangar here and then starting on this pillar for the catwalk. Because as you can see here, I want to have that hangar extended and then a catwalk, which obviously needs some foundations. So we're going to get started on that. But before we do that, I want to go on a little bit of a shopping trip. I'll bring you guys along, because I realized I want some more of those boxes from IKEA. So I'm gonna go do that and then try to get some minifigures as well. Okay, I'm back home now. I got some more of these just to help out with that tapering away from the base there. Then we went and checked out the pad wall at the Lego store. I got a bunch more green brick, which is obviously always helpful when you're doing these landscaping. Then a few miscellaneous pieces in there as well. And then we went and checked out that secondary Lego store and picked up 6 of these minifigures for like 20 bucks. It was a pretty good deal. I'm gonna add them to the armies here, and then we're gonna get building. Okay, so I got the boxes laid down, and then I just wanted to show you basically what I think I'm going to do for the tapering. I'm going to use green and maybe tan bricks or gray to show a path kind of coming down here. And I'm just going to pyramid it like this. And then obviously over here, we're still going to do some rock work underneath that catwalk. So the rest of this area is going to look at a base level like this, and then obviously we can add a bunch of detail afterwards. But I just want to show you kind of like where my head's at with that. And then I think today what I want to do is go over here and start making that hangar. Okay, so as you can see, I've started here in the hangar bay and I've got space for 2 speeders, so I'm liking the scale of that. I've also got this little staircase up here and then a control panel with one of those officers there, which obviously there'll be tons of detailing in this whole hangar, and especially with the lighting. I think I'll end up putting a battery pack here, and then I can run some wiring just up the wall here or whatever. Considering it's a hangar area, I think having some exposed cords wouldn't be too bad. I think it might add to the aesthetic of that. So that's sort of my plan. I was thinking of burying the battery pack in the wall. It would create a bunch of issues. So I'm not going to do that. Now, I do want to get to doing the front here and building this up, but first I want to attempt at making a doorway here of some sort. I'm going to look at different designs. Making a doorway here that could be, maybe a staircase, or there's a lift shaft here, just so once the base is here, it would make sense that they can get from the base to the hangar and vice versa. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and try out some designs, and then we'll see what works. Okay, I've come up with a pretty simple design for a doorway here, and basically what I wanted is at least for the base to have access to the hangar bay area. So what I'm gonna do is once the base is built, I'm gonna have to bring it to at least here, and then on the other side we can have a door up here. So it could be like essentially like an elevator from there to here. Obviously it won't actually be there, but it'll be inferred by this doorway here. So obviously there's lots of details we're going to add afterwards, but this is just a basic view of that. And then talking about doorways, I think the big doorway that's going to be entering the base, I want to have some sort of sliding Technic doorway, so you could maybe turn a handle and then the doors open. I think that'd be a cool feature to add to the base, but definitely happy with this so far. If I take a step back from that hangar bay area and just look at the build in its entirety, it's already quite the substantial build. I mean, if you have this AT-AT set, it's pretty tall, and this build is going to end up being as tall, if not taller than this. So that just gives you an idea of how many parts it's going to take, and it's definitely going to take a lot longer to get this base sorted out than I initially thought it would, which is always a good challenge to have. Now, on that note, next week I want to fill in this area, really do a good work of that rock work there, and then plate off that area, just so we can have at least a starting point where we can put that bridge, like I said before. And then I'd also like to get started here building this entryway up, because then we can get a landing platform started there, which definitely has to be able to hold up quite a lot of weight because that set's going to be going on it. But that's sort of the plan for next week, and that sort of wraps up our video. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and tune in every Friday as we're going to be releasing weekly updates from here on out until this thing's done.